So let me tell you what this is, and let me tell you what this isn't. Okay, so this is not a podcast. This is not an interview. There are no right or wrong answers. This is about you becoming an even better version of yourself. So you already kill it in the
Mhm.
trading industry. Now, this is actually about taking it to another level. Like, let's go even further. Let's see what's restricting you from getting to your goals. Let's see what your goals actually are. Let's make sure that they're realistic goals that we can get to together and that you're setting realistic timelines for yourself so that when you're trying to reach these
Mhm.
goals, you're not setting yourself up for failure. For example, your goal could be 2 months away, but because you haven't achieved it in a particular timeline you've set for yourself, you think you failed.
Yeah.
So that's what these sessions are. So this is session one, this is the assessment. And we're going to go through a flow. We're just going to get an idea of your goals, your background. Expect me to ask questions that people haven't asked you before. Now, because you're
Mhm.
someone who is very big in the industry, obviously you have a reputation to maintain, which goes alongside your personality, which is confident and educated and a trusted trader, but you're still a human, which means this is your opportunity to get your help to take you to the next level. Now, as you know, like I work with hedge funds and institutions. These guys deal with millions in
Mhm.
their portfolio. It doesn't matter how much money you have, you're a human, you deal with emotions, which means that there's going to be stuff that comes up for you. The most important thing is that you're just honest. There is no one to impress.
Mhm.
It's just me and you and the
Yeah.
world watching. No, I'm joking. Are you ready? Okay, so to begin, I want you to do a simple breath work alongside of me. Okay, it's just going to be 3 breaths. We're going to go in for 6, out for 8. The most important part of this is that your exhale is longer than your inhale. How am I meant to post this with you taking a bite of your food?
I'm hungry.
I feel like this guy's so unserious. I'm joking.
I'm hungry right now, so.
Now you
Mhm.
eat. Okay, so we're going to start with quick breath work. This is simply to put us into the present moment. The future does not matter in this moment,
Mhm.
right? The call that you're going to have in 40 minutes, 50 minutes does not matter. The day that you've had so far does not matter. Only now. Okay? So
Okay.
when I start counting, I want you to fully expand your lungs. I really want you to concentrate on your breath. And when you exhale, I want you to really focus on letting all the air out of your lungs. So you might notice that I'm getting to 7 and you still got a little bit more air there. So when you get to the end, just go whew, and see if there's anything left in there. So we're
Mhm.
recycling the oxygen and we're making sure that we're pumping you back up. So ready? We're going to inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I want you to hold it at the bottom. Just hold it at the bottom. You're completely safe. You're completely relaxed. And this is going to be an amazing session. Now take a deep breath in. Hold at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just let your breathing return to normal. Welcome back. So
Okay.
first, I want to go into a little bit of the history about your background. Now, as I said, these aren't going to be questions that you've typically been asked. It's going a bit deeper. So I'm curious about your first experience, your first lesson about money, and how
Mhm.
you think that still shapes your reality to this day.
My first experience about money?
Your first experience with money.
Hmm. Making money or just money as a whole?
Money as a whole. So when you grew up, what was the meaning that money held?
Money gave access, money gave comfort, money gave peace of mind.
Did you always have money growing up?
My family is very well off, you
Nice.
know.
Yeah. So your belief system around money, was it always that money is always available to you?
I wouldn't say always available, but as far as I see how it could be spent.
Nice.
Yeah.
How do you think that leaks into your current lifestyle?
Just knowing that with money comes responsibilities, comes comfort, comes enjoyment, um comes you being a support system.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And that you are, you're a great one. So what experience do you feel like when you were younger may have shaped your appetite for risk today?
Has shaped my appetite. I think that's probably why my appetite is so big. Seeing how my dad goes through his money, how he
Hmm.
spends his money, that kind of stuff. So I think it's a little representation.
How does he spend money?
Cars,
Oh, he's a car guy
cars.
too.
Yeah, he's the first car guy.
Oh, he's the OG car guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
I think
damn.
he's had more than 100 cars. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh. So what side of you as a trader and as a person do you think people online would not guess from your social media?
Um, I don't know. I don't really ever put too much thought into that, honestly.
Do you feel like you are yourself behind the camera as you are when you're in front of the camera?
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. I would think so. I would think
Nice.
so. I think it's
D-
easier that way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you ever feel like that puts pressure on you in the sense that certain people might be looking up to you in a certain way to be a certain kind of way, but you may not fit their stereotype because your personality is actually completely different?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care how others think that they should see me personally because it's not real. So,
It's not
you know,
real. It's not real.
yeah.
All a game. Sorry. We won't go into simulation theory today. We'll save that for next time.
Yeah, no, it's not real. So you can't really live based off of what somebody else think that you should be like. So whenever I cuss, smoke, this and that online, like, oh, you shouldn't be. That's their vision of me, which is not real. So,
I like that. Okay, nice. So obviously being a trader is such a huge part of your identity and part of your everyday life. So
mhm.
if trading was taken away from you, who do you think you would be?
Um, just a person that's as far as career wise,
Anything. Like just generally, like how would you live your life? How would you feel? How would you be waking up every day? Do you think there would be another ambition that you would be chasing?
of course, life is long. You could definitely find more ambitions in life than just one. Uh, yeah, I'll have to find something that pretty much is similar, I guess, in a similar realm. Obviously, if it wasn't this, then it would be something similar to this, but something definitely in the digital market space.
Would you ever be a race car driver?
No,
Really? It's high performance, high risk, cars.
that's a job.
It's a job.
So I wouldn't do it based off it being a job or more
Okay.
of a hobby, yeah, but not an actual job.
Hmm. So you mentioned to me that you're currently doing a 20K account build,
No, it's actually 5K.
a 5K
Because-
account
Yeah,
build.
because it was more relative to like people's accounts and everything. So
Mm. What's a real test for you when you're doing this account build? Like if you had to nail
so
down some pressure, what would you feel is a real
no,
test?
for me, I was working on time because it's pretty much was supposed to be towards the end of the mentorship, so I was trying to like build. It's gonna be an aggressive build. I don't really believe in like a 5K slow build. That doesn't really make sense to me personally. Um, but the conditions that we started the market with, it was very, very choppy enough, too choppy to the point that it made it very, very uncomfortable with trading in that space. So took some loss on the account, and now the account's at like maybe almost like 2,000. So yeah,
What kind of pressure do you feel when you're taking loss during a challenge, a public challenge?
it's not a public challenge. Um,
You wouldn't
it's a small.
consider it public because it's in the community.
Yeah, correct. I mean, even if it was a public challenge, I think I just don't like public challenges because it's just like unnecessary expectations and that kind of stuff that people put on you. So, um, that gets annoying. But if it's a small challenge, yeah, like I don't mind that. As long as the market's pretty much is in an area where it's smooth enough. Yeah, like I have great days, but it's been choppy, so I'm feeling the wrath of a choppy market.
Yeah, I think a lot of traders are. So you're not
Yeah, so
alone there. For
I know it's common.
people, yeah, for people watching this, you started your account build on the 18th. Was it Monday this week?
Friday.
Last Friday. So
Yeah.
Friday the 15th. So it's been 1 week in, which is a perfect time for us to do this because it means we get to talk about it.
Right.
Do you think that trading big accounts or small accounts are easier for you? Or do you feel like they have the same effect?
Small accounts are a bit more stressful because you're less satisfied with the money that's being made. Big accounts, I could be good off one trade. While small accounts, you're gonna want to trade it for a little bit more aggressive, apply a little bit more pressure. But yeah, that's pretty much the biggest difference. But
Okay,
if you're
nice.
not if it's like a copy trader type thing, then you're trading the big account and you're just letting the small account just build with it from the same trades. Okay, that's different. But if it's a solo account, then I think yeah, small accounts are definitely a bit more stressful.
What's
Big
the
accounts just
biggest
hurt if you take losses.
they hurt? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a car right there, according to your account size as well.
yeah. Risk
What
it for the biscuit.
risky for the biscuit? You mean you don't get anywhere in life without taking risk, right? That's the
Mhm.
thing. A lot of the times, people stay stuck where they are because humans don't like change. Your
Yeah.
brain does not like change, no matter what. No, if it's good for you, your brain does not care. Your heart cares if something is good
Mm.
for you. Your brain is
Yeah.
built for survival, not to make you feel good.
Correct.
So, when you're going through this account build, do you find that putting the pressure on yourself for a smaller account affects your larger account?
No, definitely not, actually. If it's the other way around, then yes. I feel like the big account affects the small account because
Okay, yeah.
the small account can't take certain kinds of pressure, you know?
Hmm.
So you have a lot more room to flow with a big account compared to a small account.
Yeah, I totally
Especially if
get that.
you're trading with decent risk and that kind of stuff. Decent risk, I could mean by at times 10%, 15%. Um, so if you're trading like that, then yes, you're gonna have pressure on the account, which could be very uncomfortable.
So, do you feel like trading a bigger account makes you a better trader?
Not necessarily, but it definitely gives you the opportunity to really, really showcase your talents to then change your life based on that. So better
Mm,
or not better, I think it makes you understand why you're trading in the first place by making the kind of money that you aspire to make. Not just catching a move on whatever asset, you know, catching a move on a $10 account on a small asset. Yeah, cool. You caught 900 points, but that's not life changing.
So when you're in a good trading flow, how are you generally feeling? Like if you had to tap into that state right now, how are you feeling?
Patient. Patient is the biggest thing. Clarity. Got some nice clarity. But it's the biggest thing is probably patience and not eager
Mm.
to want to make the money. So as long as I'm feeling that, I understand what I'm waiting for, then I think I'm in a good environment.
Nice. And what about when you're in a bad place with trading?
Uh, I think it's more chasing past results, um, and trying to hit home runs every single trade. That's probably when it gets rough.
What happens during those times? What kind of thoughts are you hearing in your head
Um, when it goes bad.
when it goes bad?
Oh, it could easily be like things like, yo, oh, it's gonna play out, it's gonna play out, it's gonna play out. Oh, like let's move the stop loss. Let's do this. Let's modify. Let's, things like that. Of course, like how, normal thought process. But I think it's very important to like not listen to those voices and stick to like what your first initial thought process was
Hmm.
to be about that trade. So if you said that you were going to risk so and so, then stick with it so you're able to actually, you know, um, fulfill that without damaging the account.
So it's amazing that you have such a high level of clarity about your thought process and what is required for you to be successful. But
Yeah.
what are some of the self-sabotaging thoughts that you would hear during that time? Like, would you ever experience any thoughts saying, if you don't make this trade, you're a loser or you're a failure or this might happen? And they can be completely irrational. Like, this is how the brain operates. They are completely irrational thoughts, always not necessarily always something that is true, but they are thoughts that you hear that make you act on impulse.
I think the biggest thing is more just saying like, yo, like, if you don't take this trade, then the count's gonna dwindle away, or this is the move that you have to catch to bring back the account, or things like that. But that's when it's like in a rough spot. You
Mhm.
have to pretty much like try to say to yourself like, okay, these next couple trades they have to work out, they have to work out. But in reality, I think when it comes to like being down in an account, like you have to actually you're very optimistic with every single trade. That's probably the biggest thing. And it could be false optimism, just you just want to say to yourself just so you feel good about the trade, even though you probably lacked insight when it came to the analysis.
Yeah. So if you're in a position where it's like you're kind of battling with fear already, and then you may take actions that don't really align with the type of trader you are, like all humans kind of have these slip up moments, right? When you're in trades that are going against you and you're going against your plan, and you know that you're not executing correctly, and those trades end up hitting losses, what's kind of going through your head after that?
Um, I think you'll say what's going through my head is just maybe like, damn, I should have done this, I should have done that. Damn, why didn't I not listen to myself? So then it's not I never have the thought process like, oh, like you're a failure, but it's more like, come on, you're better than this, Like just more do better, have better practice the better habits that you're telling others, you know?
Hmm.
So you got to pretty much always keep that mind, that wavelength, or like the mind pretty much at a certain wavelength whenever you're in a trade. So it's the hardest part to do, especially um to certain people of a caliber because it's a lot more. So if you know a lot more, then you think a lot more. The less you know, then the less you're able to think on certain topics. But the more you know, as to why, like they say, traders that are brand new, they pretty much can have early success because they don't know how to think, But obviously, if you know more information, then you have more files to dig through.
That's so interesting. And where do you feel it in your body? Like if you're going through a losing
Th-
streak or if you're
All
going through
this
a
is
tough
mental.
time? It's all
All
mental.
this is just mental fatigue.
Do you ever feel any physical symptoms, like any
No,
tightness in the chest, experience
that's not
heavy
healthy.
breathing?
That's not
Hey, that's not
that's not
healthy.
healthy.
But it does happen. The reason for that is because it's a fear response. Your brain is perceiving a threat when there's not one there. So
Correct.
it's some people go through this physiological reaction. I was curious about like the extent of this feeling for you in terms of when you're taking a loss, like what is your body actually experiencing? Is it experiencing an extreme state of fear or is it able to get back to a state of equilibrium quite fast? And are you able to bounce back? Or
It
does it?
takes time. It takes time. I will say, yeah, the equilibrium, like it definitely equals out eventually, but I think you have to take a break to actually get to that point.
Do you ever have any specific triggers? Like, is there a particular type of thing that can happen that can set you off? For me, it's if I don't wait for my entry. That is one of my triggers. So I'm very on top of, am I taking a good entry?
Yeah, so I think it was more just getting in earlier than the confirmations that I needed to actually get in. So getting in
Mm.
to just be a part to not miss out if it happened too quickly. And then after that, feeling the wrath of getting in early.
That's the same as me. When that happens and then you get the perfect entry and then it just feels so rubbish because you're sitting through drawdown and you're like, damn, I knew I should have waited for that. So that's something I'm extremely conscious about in my trading because I know that's
Right, yeah.
my tilt thing.
Yes. So definitely, I think it's just, the fact of being disciplined, being patient, and not being in a rush to lose money. That's the biggest thing.
I like that. Don't be in a rush to lose money.
Yeah.
Have you ever caught yourself going through any sort of like rough periods? Say, obviously, everyone
Of
has
course.
rough personal life sometimes. And
Yeah.
sometimes people can try and pacify that pain by trying to get a big win in
Yeah.
trading. Have you ever experienced anything like that where you're not trading for profit, but you're trading to for the dopamine, you're trading to feel better?
Oh, of course. Of course, of course. Um, yeah, of course. I think it was just the fact that if I have a loss, I think I would keep on trading to feel better, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like just to feel better about like just trying to make up that loss immediately type thing.
So revenge trading.
Yeah, pretty much. Which if it works out, then great. If it doesn't, then you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Until you eventually hit that bottom and you're like, okay, now I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, well, yeah, like there's certain times that you could revenge trade until it comes to a point that you can't trade anymore
Hmm.
because let's say the margin is like, done.
When's the last time you revenge traded? When's the last time you found yourself in that cycle?
Oh, definitely this month, August.
What happened?
Sloppy market conditions, consolidation, things like that, trying to wait for a move that I mean it played out, but it played out way further than we were anticipating. So, but it played out good, but it was just a lot of consolidation. So not expecting the markets to move a lot quicker than what is ready to do.
So obviously you've been trading for a while and you're used to these particular patterns, but which one would you say out of the most common psychological battles that traders face, like FOMO,
Mhm.
revenge trading, over trading, over leveraging, what would you say is the one that comes up most for you?
As far as the psychological barriers, you mean? I'll
Like
say
which one?
for me, so you said revenge trading and what else? What other ones?
So FOMO, revenge trading, over leveraging.
I'll probably say just at the most revenge trading.
Mm.
Over leveraging, not too much. Fear of missing out, that could cause for early entries also. Um, but I think at the most revenge trading probably, yeah. Knowing that the move can still work out if you just take another opportunity, then you might actually catch it and make back up that loss that you just took. So yeah,
What do losses usually mean to you?
losses could mean that you just rushed it, bro. Come on, get it
No,
together. Yeah.
what's your feelings about it? Like, what does a loss represent to you?
Again, it's just like you rushed it. Do better.
Hmm.
You know what you're supposed to do, and if you're not doing that, then that's when losses can happen.
So, what
So
you're referring to right now is strategy.
yeah,
And
well, being disciplined enough actually.
the answer I'm looking for is when you're revenge trading, it's because you feel like you now have a lack of something. and
Hmm.
it's because you now have a lack of money, but that lack of money is attached to a meaning. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out what is the meaning that's attached to that lack of money that makes you feel like I need to get it back now.
Um, I think it's just like a normal thing. Whenever you trade, like I think it's always like, damn, like I lost it now, like I gotta get it back now. You know?
Hmm.
It's one of those things. Yeah, so I feel like the fact that you're seeing the markets move, you're able to actually just say, you know what, like I could probably make it up now. It's the main fact that you pretty much have an opportunity to make back that loss a lot quicker than what than what you expected. So you try to be in it as quickly as possible just so you can make back up that loss. I think that's one thing that normally happens. Because it happens like it's always an opportunity. So you could,
Mm.
always find more opportunities to make money if it came down to it.
But why?
I don't know.
I know
Just
these are deeper
whatever.
questions than you're used to being asked in terms of the feelings behind it. So what I am going to do as well is I'm
Right.
going to give you, say that again.
I just feel like this is how it flows. Like it's always an opportunity inside the market. So you just always want to be a part of the game. You know?
So I want you to think about the feelings behind this more and the belief systems behind this more, because when we get to your goals and we're getting to taking you to the next level with the goals, it's going to be those belief systems that are causing you to revenge trade that are the things that are going to be anchoring you down from getting to the next level. So right now,
Correct. Mhm.
you're thinking as a trader. So your responses are coming to me as a trader and they're coming to me as I would expect. But we're going deeper into your mindset now. So I'm going to give you something called the OODA loop. And what the OODA loop
Yeah.
is, where I'm going to ask you to observe, orient, decide, and then act. Okay. So
Observe what exactly?
I'm going to give you a workbook. So it's going to be the observation of when something's happening that's making you feel like you need to revenge trade. It could be during any trade. It could be during the small account
Mm.
build. It could be during your actual portfolio, a trade in your
Yeah.
actual portfolio. Then I'm going to want you to orient. I'm going to want you to see, are these thoughts real? Is this what I think? Often there's going to be a bunch of questions that you're going to be able to go through. Then decide. So I want you to decide on your next action, which is the action that's best serving you, which is the action that best aligns with the new belief system. And then I want you to act. So then it's, which action are you actually going to take? Are you going to do the revenge trade based on the process that you've just gone through? The OODA loop is actually something that was developed by a military strategist, and
Hmm.
pilots use this, and people in high performance industries use this. So I think this
Okay.
is going to be a good starting point for us to actually go deeper into the belief systems. So yeah, at the moment, your mind is the mind of a trader that I would expect, right? You're an analyst, you're a strategist. So the answers that you're giving me are the surface level processes in terms of what does a
Yeah.
loss mean to you, and but exactly, it's what I would expect, right? So I want to get to the deeper side of things. I want to get to what are the belief systems, what are the feelings behind it, what are the thought processes behind it. So then we can come up with a plan that will
A
actually
plan.
get
Yeah.
you to the next level. So because obviously this is just assessment session, the thing that I give to you, I'll send you the workbook. And anyone who's watching, if you want this workbook too, comment mindset and I'll DM you that workbook. So yeah, when you have this workbook, don't worry about doing it every single day. Don't worry about doing it for every single trade. Just 1% better. That's it.
Yeah.
Just even if you only observe it one time, that's okay. But you'll notice things because when you become aware of things, awareness plus action equals results. But at the moment, we've got action, but I think we're missing awareness. We're missing a deeper awareness. So when we get that, we can put a new formula together and get a new result.
Right.
So what is your current trading goal?
I don't have a current trading goal. Depending on like what I'm trading for, like normally like my trading is at the best when I have a goal in mind. I have something that I want to buy, that kind of thing. But if I'm trading just for leisure, that's when things can get a little bit messy.
So obviously you've hit a really high level of success already. And of course, money must be a driving force and driving factor of that. I think any trader who says they don't trade for money is bullshitting.
Yeah.
We all love money, which is why we do this. We want time freedom, we want money. right?
Yeah.
But if I put money to the side, what is one reason that you're continuing to trade right now, considering that you've already hit such a high level of wealth?
I enjoy trading. So it doesn't matter about the money. It's just I just want to be a part of the game. Simple as that. I had friends that said that I'm actually addicted, and I don't mind
Are you addicted?
it. Yeah, I think so.
In what way?
Just in a very, I can make $100,000 trade now, and then I'll be back in the market in 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to unplug your Wi-Fi. We're not gonna have that anymore, okay? So again, with the OODA loop, we're gonna be able to recognize things like that, like what makes you jump back into the market. So it's not necessarily I'm revenge trading and I don't and now why am I using the OODA loop?
Yeah,
It's for anything. Like any actions that you experience, I just want you to create a moment of pause between them so we can observe and we can orient, we can decide and we can
yeah.
act. We can actually get into the root feelings behind this. So what are you hoping to get out of these sessions? Like the reason I'm asking about your goal is because we need a target, right? We need a performance metric to know where we're
Mhm.
making progress. So,
Yeah.
what is your ideal scenario?
For the benefit of these,
The sessions
I
or
guess
just your goal
for
over the next 4 weeks?
yeah, for me, somebody to talk to about things. Someone that understands the craziness that goes on, like when it comes to trading as well. Yeah, pretty much that.
Nice.
I
It's a
think that would be like
process.
a benefit.
It's a process. So if we get to the end of the 4 weeks, what would be the thing that would make you feel like we've made significant progress? Or what would be something that would have to happen in order for you to feel like there's been development?
I would say the best thing probably would be more discipline. Just effortlessly more discipline, and I'm seeing the progress with me not being so eager to want to be a part of things.
Okay, nice. Do you know what I'm really proud of? I will say, you didn't come up with a monetary goal, and I did a little bit push for that to see if you would say it,
Oh,
and you didn't. Proud of you.
no monetary goals. It's just
Yeah,
it's just trading just a trade.
good. Monetary goals mess people up because they end up feeling like they're behind when they're not.
Yeah, I mean, like I think monetary goals are the one thing that I talk to people about all the time actually. Um, you can't really have a monetary goal because there's money isn't infinite. Like money's infinite. Like you could, if you say that your goal is 100,000, once you get to 100,000, now your goal is 120. Now it's
Mm-hmm.
200. Now it's 300. Now it's,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's one of those things that's like, it's never really something that is a limit, you know? So if money is the overall focus of your life, then you're gonna be chasing it forever because it's always more, you know?
Mm. Especially for ambitious people, the goalpost is always moving. But ultimately, it's about finding happiness within yourself, within the present moment, not chasing the
Mhm.
thing that's in the future or the thing that's in the past. Your goals are very much about your process as opposed to this thing that if you got this thing, then you would feel better, which I like. That could come up for
Yeah,
you as we continue. You might
it
develop, you
could.
might hear something in your head and you might notice something. Like I said, this is what it's all about. Now that we're starting this process, your awareness is going to increase because this is how your brain operates. What you give
Yeah,
attention to is what you're going to notice more. It's confirmation bias.
correct.
So I think what we'll do in the next session as well, we're going to go deeper and
Yeah.
we'll also go over a couple of trades. If you notice where you might be feeling the itch to revenge trade, or you're just jumping into trades, or something happens where you're like, huh, this is something I don't mind getting rid of in my trading journey. Make a note of
Okay.
that trade and we'll go through it together as a trade review and we'll go through the OODA loop as well, send you the document for that. Do you have any questions for me?
No, no, not at all, actually.
Am I your favorite trading psychologist?
So far, yeah, it's a few, but yeah, definitely. I think so far you're actually doing pretty good.
It's a
I'll let you
few.
know some things later.
It's a few. Okay. I'll just delete the session. I'm joking. You're meant to have high conviction, okay? You're a trader. You're playing with risk right now. I'm joking.
R to R is good.
The art to is good. Okay, okay. But yeah, I think that's all my questions. I'm gonna send you over the OODA loop document. If you have any more questions about it, let me know.
And what is it called?
The OODA loop. So it stands for observe, orient, decide, act. And it was
Yeah.
developed by a military strategist in order to help people in high performance industries make decisions quickly. But I'll send you the document so you know which questions you're actually answering, the questions that are relevant to you as a trader.
Yeah, I'll check it out once you send it over and go from there.
Nice. Excited for you. You excited?
Yeah, like I said, like if it's new to me, then I'm always open to it, and see the kind of value that I'm open to getting from it. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. I'm excited for
Mhm.
you. Alrighty. I will catch you next week. I'm looking forward to going through your journal reviews, your trade reviews,
Cool.
and what came up in the OODA loop. So I'll
Okay,
catch you
cool.
next week.